Hi, my name is Trinity Faith. If you didn't already know that, now you do. I have recently taken a short vow of silence to communicate deeper with myself. And one of the things that I've taken away from this time with myself and my thoughts is that we really take for granted the ability to communicate with other people. And I feel like we also take for granted the value at which what we have to share and how that can impact another person. I really feel like people don't respect the effort that it takes to convey a thought, to convey a feeling to another person when it's already so hard to convey a thought or feeling to yourself and to make it make sense. So to try to share a truth, a vulnerability, your story with another person is a highly energetically powerful and vulnerable thing to do, no matter what that truth is. And I feel like people often just get so used to communicating because we don't take time to just think and listen to ourselves. We just talk just to talk. That when other people are talking, it just starts to sound like white noise. And so we tune out what people are bringing to us, and in turn, consciously and subconsciously undermine the effort, the time, the energy that it takes for them to think about what it is they're going to say, step out of their comfort zone to say what it is that they're going to say, and put their heart out there to speak their truth. I really feel like people just don't really understand, especially for people who don't deal with things like, just communication barriers, language barriers. You might deal with, like, for myself, I deal with going mute at times, and so then it's really hard for me to communicate. When I'm dealing with a lot of anxiety or depression, my words don't seem to make sense to me, so I just shut down in all communication. But there was still not enough internal communication, not enough digesting the internal communication. And so when I was trying to communicate and to other people what it is that I was struggling with, I didn't know how to do that. It didn't feel like it made sense. But then I realized it wasn't always because of the way that I was communicating. It was because the people I was communicating it to, they were truly unwilling or uneducated as to how to receive and value the effort and the energy that I was putting in to convey my internal world into the external. People don't understand if they don't take the time to really feel what it is that they're communicating and they just spew it. They don't understand what it is, the thought process, the intentionality that goes behind each syllable in what it is that you say and how you say it. For my fellow autistic people, my fellow overthinkers, we also tend to think and reanalyze and play these conversations in our head so many times before we even have them. There's been so much internal effort put into these conversations and sharing this truth and energy and vulnerability than that person can really even ever humanly comprehend. So just be very mindful in who you are sharing your truth with, how you are sharing your truth. Take the time to really develop a thought. Really develop a thought before sharing it, because the way that it is perceived can also, I'm hearing, entertain how we perceive ourselves. For example, if someone rejects what it is that we're saying, or they're refusing to listen, or they just don't understand, they're frustrated or become upset with what it is that we're trying to convey to them. This a lot of the times can in turn having ourselves feeling rejected, misunderstood, like what we're saying doesn't matter. Like we don't matter because we are a burden in trying to communicate our thoughts and feelings to other people, especially when those are intense, deep thoughts and feelings that other people usually don't even put that much brain power towards thinking. but you think different. You overthink different. Be very mindful in who you share your internal world with, because it's a beautiful, precious thing. Your thoughts, your feelings, the effort in how you communicate them matter and are sacred. I love you, and I hope this resonates.